If you had told me years back that I'd be sitting here, recounting the biggest mistakes of my life, I probably wouldn't have believed you. I was raised to know right from wrong, raised with values. But life has a way of pushing you into corners, and sometimes you make choices you'd never thought yourself capable of. Today, I'm here to talk about what those choices cost me, my freedom, my family's trust, and a future I'll never fully get back. I grew up in a tight-knit community, with people who cared about each other. My mom worked 2 jobs just to make ends meet, and I remember watching her, wondering how she did it all. I wanted to be someone she could be proud of, someone who would make life easier, not harder. But somewhere along the way, things got complicated. The jobs I held didn't cover the rising costs, and just getting by felt like sinking every day. Then, one day, a friend came around with an opportunity, a way to make quick money without anyone knowing. At first, I brushed it off, told him I wasn't interested. But that seed was planted, and after a few months of bills piling up, I convinced myself it was just a temporary fix, something I could handle without it spiraling. But it's funny, when you make one bad choice, more seem to follow like dominoes. The money was good, and for a while, I thought I could manage, keep it under control. It felt like I was just bending the rules, nothing too serious. Looking back, I can see how it took over, slowly changing how I saw everything around me. I became secretive, hiding things from my loved ones, isolating myself because I knew deep down I wasn't doing the right thing. But it's so easy to get caught up, to keep telling yourself you're just one step away from pulling out. And then, just like that, the rug was pulled out from under me. The day of my arrest is one I'll never forget. The officers came in, and reality hit me harder than anything I'd ever felt. I was handcuffed, marched out, and all I could think about was my mother. What would she think seeing her son like this? And my kids, they didn't understand why I couldn't come home. That hurt the most, knowing they were innocent in all this. But they would have to live with the consequences of my actions. During the trial, I sat there, quiet, taking in every word. The judge laid out my mistakes, the choices I'd made, and I had to face it head on. There was no running from it anymore. My sentence was set, a number of years that, while fair, felt like a lifetime. But it wasn't just the time behind bars that weighed on me. It was the guilt, the shame, the knowledge that I'd let down everyone who'd believed in me. Sitting here now, I think a lot about how things could have been different. Maybe if I'd reached out for help, told someone about my struggles, or leaned on my community instead of going down that path. But hindsight's like that. It shows you all the right turns you could have taken after it's too late. To anyone listening, thinking they might take a shortcut or bend the rules just once, let me tell you, it's not worth it. No amount of money or temporary relief can replace the time and the trust you'll lose. I have to live with this every day, knowing I betrayed the people I loved, that I took the easy way out and paid the price. And that's the thing. The consequences don't just end with you. They ripple out to everyone around you. Now, I'm just focused on trying to rebuild, to make amends, even if it takes the rest of my life. I've got a lot of time to think, to learn from this, and to hopefully pass on the lessons I've learned the hard way. Because at the end of the day, I don't want my story to be one of failure. I want it to be one of redemption, of picking up the pieces and showing that even from the worst mistakes, we can still find a way forward.